And speaking of the Eagles, Joshua Daw is here with Sport. And Josh, those reigning premiers, they were just unstoppable today.
Oh, they sure were, Alice. It was a performance every bit worthy of the premiership favourites tag, led by a timely return to form from their milestone man. The highlights next. Also tonight, the Lions leap towards finals after flexing their muscle in Tassie, and a rise from the ashes for two WA cricketers. Josh Kennedy has brought up 600 career goals in style, booting 7 to cap off a dominant Eagles performance against North Melbourne. The reigning premiers never looked troubled against the Roos, moving back into second on the ladder with a 49-point win. He's managed just 2 majors in the past month, but 10 kicks and 7 goals later, Josh Kennedy was back in town.
Well, he's certainly showing he's still a force to be reckoned with.
Did you write him off a couple of weeks ago? Not you? Okay. Yeah, someone did. So, yeah, we know what he produces. He doesn't have to kick goals like that to play well.
After a quiet month, Willie Rioli brought his kicking boots, silencing the Roos with one of the goals of the year.
The lovely step once, twice, you can't lay a finger on him.
It provided a spark for another out-of-form Eagle. Kennedy drawing inspiration with 3 first-quarter goals.
That's a good effort from there. Josh Kennedy from the pocket with the exceptional finish.
By half-time, he had 5. His Super 6th, a milestone moment.
Bounces off a couple, swings on to the left, and swings it through. It's 6 for Josh. It's 600 for Josh Kennedy's career.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, mate. But yeah, it's been the guys on the ground who I've got to thank for all the delivery that I get. So I've been pretty lucky over the years.
Cam Zurhaar kept up the Roos pressure.
Big hit there, huge from Zurhaar, crashing through.
West Aussie ensuring the visitors stayed in touch with 3 goals for the game, but 6 straight majors in the third put the game beyond doubt. Rioli icing the Eagles' cake.
Now Willie Rioli will help himself and kick it up into the second tier.
Oh, we're going to have a crack at top 4 now. Yeah, so that's how, if we've qualified for finals, our next step is to have a go at that.
A knee injury to Sean Atley, further salt in the Roos' wounds.
Do I expect to be offered a contract? No, not really. My sole focus is on next week. Brisbane are a step closer to a return to finals after a 27-point victory over an inaccurate Hawthorn in Tasmania. Lachie Neale shined with another 3-vote performance as the Lions chalked up their 6th straight win.
The Lions are on the prowl, their sights set on the 2019 Premiership.
Zorko had a good look that time, the shape was fine and it just creeps in.
Defender Alex Witherden went down early with a possible calf injury.
Looks like a right calf at the moment, so he's had a little bit of work on it.
Dane Zurko and Lachie Neale starring with 3 goals and 58 disposals between them.
To the square, they can let that go gleefully over their head for another.
As the Lions extended their lead to 27 points in the final term. At the MCG, David Teague's hopes of a permanent coaching job in blue received an impressive boost.
Oh, he's putting a pretty good resume forward, isn't he? So, no, we love Teague. The way he's attacked the job, I can't speak highly enough of him, and the boys love him.
Patrick Cripps inspiring his side as Carlton defeated the Crows 87-60.
It's gone to the skipper, and he's gone for the goal umpire, and that is magnificent roving.
The captain's monster afternoon was just getting started, finishing with 39 disposals, including a record equalling 19 clearances.
Cripps setting it up for centre field, bending it, listen to the G!
Richmond forward Tom Lynch starred in the Tigers' 32-point win over Collingwood, but they face a nervous wait on skipper Trent Cotchin's scan results. Last night's hamstring injury, his 3rd for the season.
He said it's not too bad. He wasn't, didn't think it was a bad one, but I'm not too sure. Obviously, we'll find out more during the week.
Keziah Dawn, 9 News.
Nathan Vardy has completed a successful return to footy in West Coast's 68-point loss to Waffle ladder leaders Subiaco. Vardy finished with 8 disposals, 21 hitouts and a goal in his first game since injuring his knee last month. Hamish Brayshaw was the best of the Eagles with 25 touches. In other results, Claremont's held off a fast-finishing Perth in a thriller. The equation not as close for the Swans, thumped by South Fremantle. Cameron Bancroft and Mitch Marsh have been given an Ashes lifeline, selected in Australia's 17-man squad to take on England. Bancroft joins Steve Smith and David Warner in the lineup, reuniting the banned ball-tampering trio.
16 months after he was sprung in Cape Town, Cameron Bancroft has a shot at redemption.
Everyone wants to play Test cricket for Australia, so it's nice to be in the squad and look forward to everything that comes with it.
The 26-year-old's 93 not out in an intra-game, enough to earn his Ashes call-up.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of guys for quite a while, so it's been nice to connect there with them and to train and just to be back around the national setup. It's really awesome.
He could now open the batting alongside fellow villain David Warner, who along with Steve Smith was an automatic selection.
I think everyone would have expected Steve Smith and David Warner to be included. They're world-class players, so there's no doubt about their inclusion.
After losing his Cricket Australia contract, WA's Mitch Marsh is the key all-rounder. The 17-man squad also includes Matthew Wade as a specialist batsman. Peter Siddle and uncapped Michael Nessa join 5 other bowlers, Nathan Lyon the only frontline spinner. Unlucky was Alex Carey and opener Joe Burns, who made a century in his last test.
And yes, there are some disappointed boys, and that's understandable, but all they can do, the message we give them is don't get angry about it, be disappointed, but go back and just keep knocking the door down.
Jai Richardson's Ashes dream is still alive, the quick taking 1 for 67 from 10 overs in his return to cricket in the Northern Territory.
It's really exciting, just on a personal level as well, to sort of know that I can be out there. So if anything happens in England, then I'm ready to go.
They'll be looking to follow our women, who wrapped up their Ashes crown thanks to a record T20 international knock from skipper Meg Lanning.
It was nice to be able to cash in. That doesn't always happen, and I guess some days you're on and you got to make the most of it.
She finished unbeaten on 133 from 63 balls, the Aussies winning by 93 runs. Paddy Sweeney, 9 News.
Well, as Australia reels from its own doping scandal, Mac Horton has enjoyed the last laugh in his feud with Sun Yang at the World Championships. Horton guided the Aussies home in the 4x200 metre freestyle relay, leaving the Chinese team in his wake.
Mac Horton avoided a second podium protest against Sun Yang, Australia beating Russia home to claim gold in the men's freestyle relay.
There wasn't much in it across the whole field, and he takes that one for the Australian team.
The win making Clyde Lewis, Carl Chalmers, Alex Graham and Horton Australia's 4th relay gold medalists of this meet. Bizarre weather forced Tour de France race organisers to call off the remainder of stage 19.
There's snow ploughing to try and clear the road.
Colombian Egan Bernal was the first up the mountain and judged winner, also making him the new overall race leader. In NRL, the Broncos dominated the Titans by 22 points. 2 tries in the second half helped Parramatta defeat the Warriors 24-22.
The Prince to the King, Moses to Gutherson.
A double from Corey Thompson gave West a head start to beat the Knights by 2, while 18-year-old Dragons debutant Jason Saab scored 2 massive tries against South Sydney, but Campbell Graham stole the win for the Bunnies in the final minute.
And Graham goes in.
Jamie Whincup won his first race of the year in his own backyard, the Holden driver finishing 2.2 seconds ahead of Ford drivers Will Davison and Chaz Mostert.
And the drought is broken for Jamie Whincup.
And Perth F1 driver Daniel Ricciardo found himself stuck in a lift ahead of finishing 13th in practice at the German Grand Prix. Keziah Dawn, 9 News.
Now, the sport doesn't end there, Alice. Currently at the moment, the return of the Super Suncorp Netball, West Coast Fever and the New South Wales Swifts, 17 all at the moment.
Oh,
so
that's tight.
A close return so far
Right.
from the Fever, but Josh Kennedy, 600 career goals, a big moment for him and a super achievement for the Eagle.
He's very impressive, isn't he? And that puts them up to number 2 on the ladder, doesn't it?
Yeah, really returning to that premiership form. Very ominous.
OK, all right. Thanks, Josh. See you soon. Still to come on 9 News, an ambitious build, turning a construction